Hi guys, Shelly here with We Can Make That, and we are in our group Learn to Sell Your Handmade Items, and I wanted to go through some branding for your craft booth. A lot of times we do really super cute things, but let's put some meaning behind them so you're portraying your brand to the people who are walking by your booth. So again, a brand is it's going to assign a visual to a name. So if you are selling farmhouse signs and you're putting cute little crates and stacking things up that way, and maybe some weathered milk cans type things as decor throughout your signs and stuff, you're really going to give it that farmhouse feel brand. But if you're using those crates, and I just got this phone case which is super cute, and it's the gold and the marble and that kind of more classic look, and you're pairing that with some of those burnwood crates, you're probably not portraying the brand that you want to portray. So let me show you a few quick tips. This will be really short, and the idea of this video is to get your juices flowing, to get all those thoughts going in your head. So hopefully this sparks some creative ideas for you, and then you can take a trip to Hobby Lobby, Michael's, TJ Maxx, some of those stores, and really get some great ideas to add your branding into your group. So the first thing I wanted to talk about was the sign I have up here behind me, and I have a couple craft things and then a couple business things on here. So those kind of things, I made them all with paper, or the button I ordered off of Etsy. The flower I made myself, and then the spool is actually paper cut out and I wrapped ribbon on it. So it doesn't have to be super difficult. And the white little boards I got at Hobby Lobby with the canvas, in the canvas section. So coming up with those kind of things. And the name, actually, I had my friend at Rustic Route Designs, her name's Kim, she was in our group, did a training on Etsy. She has a laser cutter, so I had her cut the shape of my logo out, and it's on a chalkboard, and then I just put the glitter vinyl, adhesive vinyl on it. So I don't know if that always works if you're doing outdoor booths, but just a couple visuals for you guys that they can be really eye-catching, cute, attractive, and they don't have to take a whole lot of time and energy or money to create. So I have a few notes here, but let me go through a few things. So if I keep looking down, I'm just checking out my notes. So the first thing I want to talk about is signage. A lot of times when people are walking by your booth, there's so much to look at that it's not blatantly obvious to them farmhouse signs. And I'm using farmhouse signs as an example because it's easy for us all to relate to. But if you're doing, custom tumblers or graphic t-shirts or those kind of things, maybe you have a sign up that just says the majority of what you do. So they might think, okay, I see that, I get that feel, and then there's a few other things on your table that grab their attention. They're gonna come look anyway. But if they're specifically looking, or they're really into that thing, if it's in right now, that's a great way to grab their attention and get them to their booth. So, whoops, I wanted to show you this first way. And this is what I did when I was doing craft shows back when the wall words, uppercase living, remember those first came out? And mine were wall words. So this is a banner that I had printed at, I saved this just for explanatory, to show examples type things. But this is a weatherproof banner, so you could use this outside. And I went ahead and did some Velcro strips on the back. And then I took these PVC pipes. You can see that one is actually stuck to it. And I would set this out like this. So there would be, let me show you the back. There's a PVC pipe that Velcros to that side. And if it was super windy outside, I actually just taped it right onto the pole. And then I did this one on the other side. And then I usually had them on a table. I'll just throw that down. And these are what I used, and I got them from, I think I got these ones at Hobby Lobby, or not Hobby Lobby, at Lowe's, and they are also available on Amazon. And then I just built my banner, and then the long post was here, and then the other one. And if it was really super windy, they also make just the corner ones, and then I would do that on the top, so it wouldn't have these two. I didn't have those handy, but because I don't use them anymore. And then the other top one would go this way, and you could also Velcro it onto there. And the banner, if you watch Vistaprint and those, and get the outdoor printed banner, the 3x5 foot banner, I want to say it was like $14 at the time. It was really inexpensive. So that is one way that you can add some signage to your booth without breaking the bank, and it's really eye-catching. So you're gonna grab, keep it simple too. Don't put a whole lot on there. Make it really easy for them to see that one keyword, that one key element of what you're doing, what you're selling, to get them into that booth of yours. So the other thing as far as signage, this is one of my favorite things, and I'm just getting ready to do these for a booth that I'm doing, selling my planners at a women's summit that I'm speaking at. So I'll have a booth, and these are colored, they're foam core, so you can see they're about a 1/4 inch thick, and they are super cute colors. And they have these at Hobby Lobby, and this was, I want to say they're 24 by 36. So I had them cut out these squares, and if you go over to the framing department at Hobby Lobby, or probably any of your craft, I don't know if Michael's has them too, but go over to the framing department and then ask them to cut it. They usually charge you $1 a cut, but they're such clean, crisp cuts that it'll be worth it. And then I cut these out, I think they're 18 by 18. And for the planner sale booth, I'm going to put the 3 main quotes that I've been using this year in the marketing forum about how it will, you know, help you manage your social media, that kind of thing. So they're going to be big white letters on here, and it'll look just like the graphics I've used on my site. And then when you have these set up, the one thing that the foam core, it loses its prettiness, I guess we'll call it, is because you're carrying them around from booth to booth. Let me grab one more thing. So take 2 more pieces of foam core. This is just poster board, but this will give you an idea. Tape, completely shut this side and completely shut this side, and make this just a little bit bigger or a lot bigger than your pieces. And then when this becomes a pocket, you just slip these cute little colored posters in here, and you could do like a little Velcro closure on this side to keep them in there. And then you could even just do a duct tape handle on the top to carry them, and that will keep your corners from getting banged up. Don't use poster board, use foam core. But taping them together like that, make a little pocket out of them. And they even sell a thicker foam core than these, although that could make it a little bulky. You'll have to get creative on how you tape that pocket together, but that will save the life. They also sell like portfolio holders for them, but they can be kind of pricey. So it depends on these. It'll just help the life of these posters. So that's another good idea. So as far as signage, we have the banners, the foam core, lots of things at Vistaprint. They also have some table stand-ups that you could do at Vistaprint, that you could do in your branding colors, you could do with your name, you could do with the different departments you have, and maybe you have, you know, get your, you know, something about customized tumblers or customized graphic t-shirts or customized farmhouse signs, that kind of thing. So you could do these little 11 by 17, I think they have 8.5 by 11, and they are a retractable banner. And those are really good too. Those are on Vistaprint. The other thing you could do is come up with, these are in the holiday section at Hobby Lobby. So, and they have these every year, but they are just almost a linen looking banner, but they're a little plasticky. So they're almost a little bit more weather resistant than some of them. And you could do an iron-on transfer on these and hang them around your booth, or, you know, tack them up. They could be on a pole, and you could stick them in your throughout your booth in different sections and really grab people's attention, and, you know, great gift idea or something like that. So that's a good way. Use your branding colors for the vinyl, maybe the I think they do have other colors depending on the season. So go after Christmas when they're all 90% off and grab 10 of them, and then you can do them for every one of your holidays or that kind of thing, and stick them in your booth. So these, just getting creative through Hobby Lobby, through the decor, the home decor, and then also the holiday gifts. There's usually lots of fun things there. So that's kind of it for signage. Now the other thing I want to talk about is branding with your tablecloths. So a lot of times we try to be very cautious, I guess, about pulling your branding colors into your tablecloths. You want something in the booth that's going to grab their attention. So if you're going to do farmhouse, you probably want something really bright, and maybe that's where a sign on a brightly colored, and if the rest of your booth is kind of more black and white, This will help grab their attention and give them a place to focus. There'll be some words on there that will attract them into your booth and let them know what you have for sale that they might want. So those that look at that and walk by, you just know those aren't your ideal customers, so that's fine. So with your tablecloth colors, you could do a couple different ways. Go buy wrapping paper that has an accent to your color, or maybe it's Christmas time, you really want to do some Christmas stuff. Maybe you go do a roll of wrapping paper with snowflakes and do linen tablecloths, do black tablecloths, do burlap tablecloths, and then just roll that paper out. And when you're done, you can either roll it back up if it's windy, the weather or whatever it might be. You can just, wrapping paper is not very expensive, so you can dispose of it if you need to at that time. And when I did outdoor shows, sometimes I would just do the plastic tablecloths, tape them down to the tables, and I could do, if it was spring, I could do a fun bright pink color, and then the other signs, and I did a lot of personalized wine glasses and that kind of thing, and then those could be on the table, and the bright color would really attract people's attention, and then they would get there after that. Looking at my list, so the other thing is table runners, I guess, with the wrapping paper. I actually bought one off of Etsy to match the stuff, and then it came in and it didn't totally match, so I'm not sure if I'm going to use it together, but this will go in my house if nothing else. So even just coming up with a table runner with some plain material, and you can iron down the sides and keep everything in looking very clean and professional. The table runners really do add a lot, and the nice thing is you can kind of fold them over if you need shorter ones, and they're not so noticeable. You might want to iron them so they lay flatter if you're going to do that. So the main purpose of all these different items, the signage, the banners, the table runners, the tablecloths, make sure when you step back and look at it from the view of your customer that you get a feel for what you do. So if you step back and you're getting this very classy, marble and gold look, but you're selling farmhouse signs, make sure that all comes together at the end with your branding. And the other thing to get branding into your booth is business cards. And I know there's been, some people love them, some people hate them, but let's be honest, they do work. So I use business cards all the time. Vistaprint, again, I like to send people there. They're very reasonable. As I'm shooting this video, there is another 40% off of everything on their website. They usually do it every month. But having something to walk away, how many times have you been at a booth or before you did craft shows and you're like, I'll remember that lady's name, I'll remember that business name, and you get home and you're searching for it on Facebook or you're searching for it on the internet and you just cannot come across it. So having that little thing that they can take, slip in their bag, they might not like you that minute, they might not run home and do it that, as soon as they walk through the door, maybe it's even 2 weeks later, but it's those little things bit by bit that are going to build your brand and they're going to build your business. So they have some really fun ones too. You can do squares, you can do stickers on your bags, those kind of things. So that's the other thing is when they do buy from you, a lot of times we again are trying to get more followers and build that email list, and we see those posts all the time as business owners and entrepreneurs. What can we do next? What can we do to get more? What can we do to get more? But if we just nurture the ones we got, and if we got 5% of our current client base who's already bought from us to buy again, imagine how that would increase your sales at the end of the year. So this is a great way to now go next time. Put a coupon in their bag that says, give this to a friend for 10% off or 10% off their order, and then they can also share it with a friend. Or follow us on Facebook, or register here on our website with our email list. We talked about email lists, that's in the library too, where you can then start nurturing them again and build up contacts with those people who already like what you're doing, that know, like, and trust factor. So again, putting coupons in their bag, you could just print something off. Another thing I like to do is labels. Let me grab those. Very inexpensive, and again, this has been really, really fun and effective with my planner. I just do Avery Labels, and whoops, I think that was backwards, but it just says your planner is here, tag us on Instagram, and then it has my Instagram, I Design by Shelly. So super simple, super effective, and it's a great way to build your business with people who are actually your customers. These are people who are actually going to buy from you. So this isn't just padding those numbers again. This is actual marketing for your business. So yes, doing stickers on your bags. If you can't afford to get bags printed, that's fine. Just print off some labels or go to one of those other label companies and get customized labels with your name, your logo, website, any of that. It doesn't have to be all of it. Make it simple. Send them one place and you'll be more effective if they don't have to choose. So you can do that with the business cards and insert. If it's a t-shirt, if you're going to wrap it up, you could, you know, some of the stores, they'll wrap it up and put a little sticker on there. There again, tag us before you open this type thing. So those are hopefully some really simple but effective ways that you guys can add branding to your websites and not to your websites, sorry, my cat distracted me, but that way you can add branding to your craft shows, your merchandise, a lot of these things too, like the business card, the stickers, those kind of things. This is also a way you guys can add branding to your products when you're selling them and shipping things out. It'll make it a lot more easier to track those followers and keep those people who are buying from you in your network. Keep them on your social media, keep them on your website, get them to your email list, and maybe your coupon in the bag that has their branding, and maybe they can just take one with them too as they're walking through your booth. They don't want to do it right now, maybe they're going to do it later when they have their their reunion with their family and they want t-shirts made down the road. So they're going to take that card to get 10% off or whatever it might be, or free shipping, and they're going to jump on your email list and you're going to start nurturing them. And that way they're not going to be like, what was that t-shirt company? I don't know, I'm just going to Google it, and now you've lost that customer. So give them something to take, even if they are not your current customer. They could obviously be your future customer. So if you guys have any questions, you can come back and post them in the Facebook community, and we'll help answer everybody's questions in there.